Ghana Cocobod, the official government agency responsible for overseeing Ghana cocoa industry, was in Paris, France on Thursday, 9th of September 2014, along with 23 international and Ghanaian banks to sign a receivables-backed trade finance facility for the 22nd year for Ghana cocoa purchases for the 2014-2015 crop year. The facility, which is the largest soft commodity deal in sub-Saharan Africa, was oversubscribed by 15%, a sure sign of the confidence the international finance community have in the credibility of Ghana Cocobod and the government of Ghana. Representing Ghana Cocobod was the Chief Executive, Dr. Stephen Kwabena Oponi, and Honourable Hissel Atuba Forson, Deputy Minister for Finance, Ghana, and Cocobod Board Member. Also present from Cocobod was the Deputy Chief Executive for Finance and Administration, Mrs. Miriam Okwabi, Director of Finance, Mr. Charles Dodo, and Director of Legal Services, Mr. John Clotter Sefa. Representing Cocoa Marketing Company Ghana Limited was the Managing Director, Mr. Jacob Ofosu Correa, and Ghana Cocoa Marketing Company UK Limited was represented by the Manager, Mr. Musa Lenboni. The ceremony was graced with a brief attendance of the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honourable Hannah Tete, who was incidentally in Paris on a bilateral discussion with the French government. Ghana's ambassador to France, Her Excellency Mrs. Johanna Odonko Swanika, and the Ghana High Commissioner to the UK and Ireland, His Excellency Mr. Victor Smith, who both accompanied the Foreign Minister. Before the main signing event, the Chief Executive of Cocobod, with his senior management present, finalised all the pre-signing documents with the supervision of the legal representative, Mr. Jeffrey Wayne of Sullivan and Worcester, LLP. Ghana Cocobod, in collaboration with a consortium of over 20 international banks, signed the agreement that will bring in an amount of $1.7 billion into Ghanaian economy. This comes with an additional $200 million available on demand for withdrawing from April 2015 to May 2015 for the light crop season. In a short speech to start the signing ceremony, Mr. Thomas Dahl, head of corporate banking Central and Eastern Europe, Middle East and Africa at Deutsche Bank, applauded the government of Ghana, Cocobod, and all stakeholders in the Ghana cocoa industry for their hard work and efforts in sustaining the industry and making the facility possible.
The Cocobod team and all supporters in the room will agree that this year's syndication was truly exciting, but also challenging. The outcome, an oversubscribed $1.7 billion pre-export finance at a tighter margin compared to last year, but also a more challenging documentation process, is a true achievement. Today we look back with proud to celebrate this new Ghana Cocobod finance, the finest cocoa on earth. A landmark transaction where all partners signed up to support the Republic of Ghana, its government, its people, and especially also the cocoa farmers in their continued efforts. On behalf of the MLAs and all participating banks, I explicitly like to thank you for this. Before we now move on to the effective signing, I'd like to pass the word to Dr. Stephen Apuni, Chief Executive of Ghana Cocobod. Thank you very much, Dr. Apuni.
Taking his turn to address the banks, Dr. Oponi, Chief Executive of Cocobod, thanked the consortium of banks for the support over the years, assuring them that Cocobod will continue to work hard to promote the growth of the cocoa industry. He indicated that the continued support of the banks over the years is a manifestation of the confidence the banks have in the economy of Ghana.
To ensure that the fertilizers are properly applied, our cocoa extension officers have been tasked to provide the needed support services to cocoa farmers. We have also revamped the cocoa disease and pest control program called CODAPEC that involves the spraying of cocoa farms against diseases and pests. We have put in place measures to ensure that cocoa farmers receive these chemicals free of charge at the right time and in the right quantities to spray their cocoa farms. We consider scientific research into cocoa provision of inputs, the distribution of hybrid seed pods, and extension services as very important for sustainable cocoa production. We shall therefore continue to provide enough funding for these services.
On other initiatives taken to improve the welfare of the cocoa farmers, Dr. Oponi added that in 2014, Cocobod introduced a free fertilizer application program to increase yield and boost farmers' income.
From Ghana Cocobod. We are also in the process of rehabilitating large hectares of cocoa farms that have been affected by the swollen shoot virus disease. All these programs are being done by the Ghana Cocobod free of charge for cocoa farmers to ensure that they remain motivated to continue to cultivate cocoa. This will in turn result in higher and sustainable cocoa production. Cocobod will continue to ensure that cocoa farmers receive reasonable incomes to cover their cost of production and make a decent margin and living. In this regard, we are committed to pay a minimum of 70% of the net FOB price of cocoa as producer price to our farmers in order to maintain their confidence and encourage them to respond positively to the productivity improvement initiatives and also attract the Ghanaian youth to go into cocoa farming.
Since the 1992-1993 crop season, Cocobod has consistently and successfully obtained a receivables-backed syndicated loan each year from the international money market to finance its cocoa purchases and ensure that farmers receive prompt payment for their produce.
Members of Ghana Cocobod, cocoa marketing, distinguished guests, lenders, arrangers, agents. For me, of course, it's a great honour to be back looking after this signing. I hope that we can make it quick and painless for you.
Following the successful signing of the agreement, Mr. Jean-Luc Talagine, in a short speech, congratulated Ghana Cocoa Board and the government of Ghana for a successful syndication.
From Cocobod, ladies and gentlemen, we are very pleased to have the signing ceremony for the annual Ghana Cocoa Board crop financing in Paris for the second year in a row. I am personally very proud to sit in front of you today at this signing ceremony. It's my first time. I am Jean-Luc Talagine, Global Head of Energy, Metal and Soft Commodity Trade Finance for Natixis. Speaking for Natixis and on behalf of all book runners, we are grateful for the opportunity to have worked actively on the arrangement on this 22nd annual edition of the facility. We would like to offer Ghana Cocoa Board warm congratulations for the success of this year's financing. Moreover, we all join together in extending our best wishes to Ghana Cocoa Board and the cocoa farmers and processors in Ghana for a successful campaign for the upcoming main and light crops. We also wish Ghana Cocoa Board continued success in the effort to promote sustainability of cocoa production in Ghana and the improvement of cocoa farmers' living standards. I'm sure what you announced with the fertilizer will help. For sure, current cocoa prices might also help this year. Maybe we should have indexed the tight margin to the cocoa prices. I recently realized that Natixis has been a regular part of the cocoa banking syndicate for over 10 years, and we sincerely hope that we will be able to gather in another 10 years in Paris, Accra, London, or anywhere else of your choice to celebrate again new signings in the future with all of you.
Mr. Talagine, on behalf of all the banks, made a presentation to Cocobod to mark the occasion.
Finally, I would like to thank all of you, and I propose you to have a toast. Thanks.
The 2014-2015 Cocobod Trade Finance Signing Ceremony came to a successful end, with great regard for the hard work and leadership of Cocobod, who have over the years ensured a sustained cocoa industry.
I would like to thank everybody that made this syndication a successful one. And as I said, this is going to boost the morale of cocoa farmers, and we'll ensure that we do everything in our capacity to entice the youth of Ghana to go into cocoa farming, since it's a very profitable venture. And we can only do this if we continue to work together as it's been since 1992, and if we continue to have the support and the confidence from you. Thank you very much, and we very much appreciate what you've done today. Thank you. I must say that Cocobod has never defaulted in the repayment of syndication loans since 1992. We just finished the repayment of the $1.2 billion that Cocobod took for the 13-14 crop year, and we are confident that the 14-15, the one that we've just signed for, will also be repaid on schedule, normally from February to August the following year, i.e. February 2015 to August 2015, we're going to repay this $1.7 billion loan facility that we signed for today. And we've already sold forward more than $1.8 billion of cocoa. And you heard from the bank, Ghana, we still are #1 when it comes to premium quality cocoa. And that is something that makes us proud, and we want to make sure we maintain that. And we are already putting up in place, and some of the programs have already started, programs that is going to enhance and also sustain production. We are also committed in getting the youth to go into cocoa farming. As you know, the average age of the cocoa farmer in Ghana is over 55 years. And we have to make sure that there's a succession plan. That is the reason this year we decided to give farmers, for the first time, fertilizer free of charge. You know, in the past, Cocobod used to buy the fertilizer, subsidize it, and then get some individual companies to sell it to the farmers. This time, myself and management, with the support of the governing board, you know, we have a new governing board. We took a decision that in order to motivate the poor cocoa farmer that over a century has supported the economy of Ghana, we would like to give them free fertilizer. And our extension officers are also involved, educating the farmers on how to apply the fertilizer. And also the Cocoa Disease and Pest Control Program. We invested a lot in that one as well this year. So in all, for the mass spraying exercise, and which is also free of charge for the cocoa farmer, and also the fertilizer application, which we have done free of charge from this year, we actually spent almost $200 million to procure these items. And our reason for doing that is to motivate the cocoa farmer, is to attract the youth to go into cocoa farming and also ensure that we enhance and sustain production. You know, worldwide, there is a deficit in the production of cocoa. For example, Indonesia, cocoa farmers are shifting away from cocoa and are going to oil palm and rubber. This has created actually a deficit. And Ghana Cocobod, we want to make sure we take advantage of this deficit and also make sure we enhance and sustain production at the time that the world market price of cocoa is going up. We are actually now having discussions with all the stakeholders in the industry, especially the cocoa processors and the chocolate manufacturers, for them to understand that if we can sustain production, the only thing we have to do is also to make sure we have a stable price. Stable price that is attractive to the existing cocoa farmer who is already old and the young ones so that they get motivated to go in cocoa farming.